Hey guys, welcome to my first episode of Anime First Impressions and Recommendations, where, as the title suggests, I give you my thoughts and opinions on some animes that I had just started to watch. They're not really full reviews because I haven't watched the entire series. They're just my thoughts on the first couple of episodes and whether or not you guys should watch. So my first anime is Amnesia, which came out in the winter season of 2012-2013, and it's based off of a video game. The whole premise of the show is about a girl who's lost her memory, obviously, and she is trying to find her lost memories and put back together what she's lost to figure out exactly who she is. And even though she can't remember who she is, all these people around her who she obviously knows, but she can't remember, and they just all happen to be guys, of course, all really hot, good-looking guys who seem to be her friends, lovers, or whatever. Accompanying her is her spirit friend, Orion, who's looks like a demon boy kind of thing, but it's like the helper guide, I guess. So I watched the first few episodes of this anime, and I thought it was pretty okay. It made me want to keep watching because I really wanted to know who this girl was. The problem I had with this was, obviously, this was going to be a harem anime, and you could just tell it was based off of a video game, and specifically an otome game, which is targeted at females, and other than trying to get through the plot, you're supposed to form a romantic relationship with all these guys. So that's basically what the whole anime is. You know that it's going to go in that direction, but you want to watch it because you want to know what are her connections to all of these guys. Another thing I'm not a big fan of is the heroine herself. She is kind of very generic. I know she lost her memory, so she doesn't know what to do, but she's just really klutzy and really just needs she kind of needs saving all the time. That's what I kind of feel. That's the kind of vibe I get from her. But other than that, the beginning song was really good. The voices were pretty okay. I couldn't find anything that was horribly wrong with this anime. It was enticing, and I might watch the rest of it, But if you're a woman and you really like hot guys, really want a good mystery, this is the anime for you.
あれ？何探してるの？もしかして作り方忘れちゃったとか？
やばい、もしかして怪しまれてる？
グラスにフレーク入れて、その上から生クリームね。あとはフルーツを並べてアイスを乗せたら。でね、その上にチョコをかけて。で、完成。
何これ？
君、大丈夫？今日はステラの歓迎会だ。うまいケーキおごってやるから一緒に来いよ。
ケーキ？
おごり？おお、一気に好感度を上げたな。ケーキ、ケーキ。よーしみんな、ステラに続いてケーキ行進だ。ケーキ、ケーキ、ケーキ。ほら、オギも。ケーキ、ケーキ、ケーキ、ケーキ。
Next, we have Cuticle Detective Inaba, which came out in the winter of 2013. The main protagonist is a human wolf hybrid detective named Hiroshi Inaba, who absurdly has a hair fetish. Just by looking or touching or tasting somebody's hair, he's able to find clues. Him and his two assistants, one being your average, ordinary, regular teenage guy, and the other one being a cross-dressing boy, or on a hunt for a diabolical criminal named Don Valentino, the goat that likes to eat money. Yeah, strange. Also, with the top inspector of the police force, they are on the hunt for this guy, this goat, actually, a goat. The main villain is a goat, and his goal is to eat all the yen in Japan and replace it with his own counterfeit money for what I don't even know. But this anime is very kooky, random, and fast-paced. Even though it's supposed to be a comedy, I didn't really find it all that funny. You have to really keep up with it. I've watched the first few episodes in Japanese, and you really have to, keep reading fast, because a lot is going on. A lot of random shit for no apparent reason. And none of the jokes were funny. Nothing that they were doing was funny. The only thing I found funny was the goat. Just because it's such a weird villain. In this world of humans and this one human wolf hybrid, you have this random walking, talking goat who decides he likes to eat money. And apparently he can't die, because in a lot of episodes he's always getting shot in the head, but he just you see him bleeding, he just gets up when he's perfectly fine, which is just weird, and I just thought that was funny, because I was like, is anyone not noticing this? So how did they plan on killing this guy? He gets randomly shot or squashed or hit, and he's always just getting right back up with his mob-like family, which is weird. It's like Italian mob in Japan. Yeah, so I would compare this anime almost to like a Bobobo kind of funny. Even though I didn't like Bobobo, I just laughed at it because of how stupid it was. But other than that, I really don't understand why anyone would want to watch this anime, because it wasn't funny. Now, maybe that's just me. A lot of people I heard they liked this anime because they thought it was funny. A lot of people thought it was just really stupid. I think this anime could have really worked if it was more serious, because it seemed like they had a good premise, except for the goat part. But yeah, so I would not recommend this anime. I don't really think it's that good. The animation's kind of standard. The storyline is really pointless, and the characters, yeah, they're just okay. They're not that interesting. Inaba, I thought he was going to be the most interesting, but he isn't. He's just, most of the time he spends his time in like chibi form, not even in his whole full form. He doesn't do much, doesn't talk much. He's just a really kind of, I don't know, not someone I would think is the main character. You have the assistant, I think his name is Yuki, who's a cross-dresser, and I think he's got like a thing for Inaba. And then you have the other guy, you have the teenager who's kind of like the voice of reason, because he's the only normal guy out there, but still he's just kind of bland and blends into the background. So yeah, I wouldn't watch this anime if I were you. You can go look at it and see for yourself, but I just say pass. Last but certainly not least is Attack on Titan, aka Shinjeki no Kyojin. And if you haven't heard of this, well, you must have been living under a rock. I just kept saw this anime plastered all over the internet, and then finally I was like, let me just look at this anime, and I was not disappointed, and I am so glad I did. Attack on Titan captures your interest right through the first episode, which most animes I think should do. If not the first, then the second, because usually the first is like the setup, and then the second one they get it going. Attack on Titan catches you right in the beginning, and it's full of surprises and really great animation. So this anime is about a boy named Aaron who lives in a kind of parallel universe to ours. It looks like they're living in European style during maybe the 16 to 1800s. And the human population is dwindling because of these huge, enormous, naked, ugly, humanoid things called Titans, which pull no punches, okay? These are great bad guys because they really do. The humans seem so inferior to them, and they can't beat them, and these Titans, once they attack, they just eat the humans, and there's like no way of getting away from them. So Aaron decides, like every other shonen type of boy, that he makes a pledge and a declaration of killing all the Titans. Yeah, okay, we saw that one coming. Because his mom ends up in the first episode getting eaten by a Titan. He pledges on killing all the Titans by becoming a soldier in their special military, which specializes in killing Titans. And it starts out when he's 10, then 2 years pass and he's like 12 for a little bit, but then for the rest of the series and most of it he's 15 years old, along with his best friend and his adopted sister. This anime is really great. Like, how can you put it? It's a really great action anime. Even if you don't like action animes, I still think this is a pretty good. This one has really great animation in the way it uses a lot of earth tones and just the expressions on people's faces. It's just, Attack on Titan was really, really good, and I still watch it every Sunday. I'm on the computer and I'm watching the newest episode, which is kind of hard to do because it's just so good. Every episode just leaves you hanging. You want to know what happens next. This anime just came out April 2013, but it's still ongoing. It's probably going to be like 25 episodes and plus an OVA, so it's still coming out. I hear Funimation is going to license it, and my gosh, when that finally comes out in English, I will definitely be buying this anime because it's really good. A lot of people talk about it. One of my friends said it's going to become his new favorite anime, and hey, I don't blame him because Attack on Titan is pretty good. The storyline is good, the characters are strong, and it's got some really great twists and turns. And if you've seen episode 5, then you know what I'm talking about. They take some risks. They make some. You can't call everything. Well, some things you can, but it just makes a really good story to watch. You feel for the characters. The female roles are awesome. They're strong leads. Like Mikasa is Aaron's adopted sister and is actually pretty strong in personality and in actual physical ability. So like most of the female characters are, and I guess you'd have to be if you're going to sit there and be in the army or whatever. And then you have Aaron's best friend Armin, who is more strong when it comes to his smarts and less physical, but he's still a great character because I feel like he's relatable and actually a really pretty good friend to this little trio. So, if you're looking for a really good action anime, and even just a good anime in general, I definitely would suggest to watch Attack on Titan. And that's it for my first episode of recommendations, and I hope you liked it, and I'll be posting more, so please subscribe and watch. Till then, I'll see you next time.
それで人類はいずれ外の世界に行くべきだって言ったら殴られた異端だって。
くそ、外に出たいってだけでなんで白い目で見られるんだ。
そりゃ壁の中にいるだけで100年ずっと平和だったからだ。下手に外に出ようとして奴らを壁の中に招くことがないように王政府の方針として外の世界に興味を持つこと自体をタブーにしたんだ。
自分の命を懸けるんだ。俺らの勝手だろ。
絶対ダメ。ダメ。
そういやお前よくも親にバラしたな。
協力した覚えはない。
で、どうだった？
そりゃ喜ばれはしない。
だろうね。確かにこの壁の中は未来永劫安全だと信じきってる人はどうかと思うよ。100年壁が壊されなかったからといって今日壊されない保証なんかどこにもないのに。